Hello, welcome to Mother Pickers.
Hello.
And we are going to do a sales recap for the past 2 weeks. We've just picked a few of our favorite items. Kind of some of the fun stuff to be on the lookout for.
Be on the lookout.
BOLO.
All right. I will start us off.
Okay, Mother.
All right, daughter. My first item is a Roden & Fields Daily Clay Cleanser Step 1. And it was brand new, but it was from the thrift store, and it was probably $1, and it sold for $45. There's a lady on YouTube that's name is Thrift to Travel, and she does a lot of women's personal care items and makeup, and mostly stuff that's been what's it called when they don't make it anymore?
Discontinued.
And she does mostly discontinued items, and she does really good with it. It just blows your mind when you see how much she gets for stuff. So she's inspired me a little bit.
I like to be inspired.
Yeah, you should watch her.
Okay.
Because she's awesome.
I'll probably go ahead and tag her.
Yeah, that's a good
little
idea.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I said it again. That's good.
Yeah.
My first item is, I don't know exactly if you pronounce it, Bodum. It's a Columbia stainless steel French press. I don't remember exactly how much it was. Probably not any more than $5, but it sold for $26.
Yeah, those little French presses do pretty good.
This was it was like pretty big one.
Yeah.
I know that I've sold some of the small ones too. They do. They always surprise me.
Yeah.
So they're worth looking into.
Yeah, they are. Okay, my next item is a Aztec wool Western jacket. It was reversible, women's large. And yeah, see, look at this guy. It was that one that was when it was reversible.
Very pretty.
It's very loud.
Very loud.
Anyway, it sold for $99, and I probably paid $5 for it.
One of those things that I can really appreciate, but I don't think I'm brave enough to wear.
Yeah, I probably would have wore it.
Well, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Because
I like a wild item.
The next thing I have is a decanter. It's a Jim Beam
Stop. A little shoulder action.
Anyways, it was a Jim Beam trolley decanter. It looked like
Cute.
A little green trolley.
Yeah.
And I think it was around $4 or $5, and it sold for $20. You got that at an estate sale with a bunch of other decanters. And I actually didn't think this
estate sale.
The one with all the cool ones.
Yeah.
Where I'm still mad we didn't buy more of them.
The poodle.
A lot of poodles, actually. We could have had a whole set of poodle decanters.
Would have went nice with my poodles.
I was going to say that they probably would have went nowhere.
Okay, so my next thing was a vintage Polaroid SX70 land folding camera, and it went for $98, and I'm not sure how much I paid for it, probably $5 or $10 or somewhere around there.
Fun one.
Yeah, it was a fun one. I got a negative for it though.
Oh.
Because it had a little slip-on case, and we put that it was leather in the description.
Oh no.
And he says it isn't leather. I guess I believe him, but I mean, yeah, we got a negative. Made me so sad. He acted like we were. He acted like we were conspiring and evil and all that stuff.
He could have sent it back for a refund.
Yeah. Anyway, we didn't do that on purpose. We shad.
My next item is it was a set of 2 Mikasa Estate cobalt goblets. We just barely got those on one of our recent videos.
Yeah, the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were so pretty.
And they sold, I took an offer on them they sold for 25, and once I remembered how much we paid, I feel like I probably should have, because they were $5 a piece when we bought them.
Yeah.
And they were beautiful, but it's still, $25. It's, I guess it's still 15 in profit. So
that's true, and it's real slow right now.
Yeah, that was kind of it.
Sounds like it's kind of slow for everybody.
I was in a real mood that day. I think I accepted a few offers.
Yeah.
Let's move some product.
Okay, next I have a double R Ralph Lauren button-up flannel work shirt, and it went for $96.
Ooh.
And I bought it for $3.
I like those.
Oh, numbers. I love those. I love a good double R. That's my secret. Don't tell anybody.
Okay. I will make sure nobody knows to be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. That's right.
Next I have, it was a Joy for All companion pet. It's a kind of an interactive toy dog, but they're made for elderly people with dementia. Yeah. They're kind of a little so that they can have a little companion pet. I think probably paid $5 to $6 for it, and it sold for $35. That was, I think, around that same time, because it was listed for quite a bit more, and that was it was on sale, and then I accepted a pretty discounted offer.
Okay, well, I have a cast iron green teapot, Asian style, Year of the Monkey. It went for $36, and I probably paid $5 for it. Cute little pot.
Are you a Year of the Monkey?
No, I'm not going to say what I'm the year of.
You're a rat. I remember.
You're probably a snake.
I grew up thinking I was a snake, but I found out because of the way that the Chinese New Year works, I am a dragon.
Oh, well, look at you.
Thank you very much.
I'm a rat.
You're a rat.
Don't you know?
Sorry. Okay. I also sold it was 3 sets of vintage lacquer chopsticks. They had a mother of pearl inlay. They're beautiful. Some of them were kind of shipping though, but those were pretty good. I have no idea what they cost, but those sold for $34 for the 3 sets. Yeah.
I have another Filson Mackinac wool vest. It was a black. It was a 3XL, and it had a repair in the pocket where somebody, from putting their pins in it, poked a few holes in it, and it still went for $79, and I probably paid $5 for it.
You like it?
Yeah, I like those.
I keep hearing you say that name over and over.
It's Filson. It's like Wilson, but with an F.
Fun. Woo! We are a hoot. Next up, I sold, it was a burley calico plate from Crownford, China. And it sold for $23 for just a single dinner plate. And it was probably $2 or $3 when we got it.
What color was it?
It was blue. It was.
I suppose we'll see it right here.
It was pretty. It was my color of blue.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Not really my kind of same print as usual, but it was very pretty.
All right. Well, I have another Filson.
Fun.
It's a Filson double Mackinac wool shirling hat. And it went for $115.
Wow.
And I probably paid $3 for it.
Very good.
Yeah.
I like that. My next item was one I was complaining about because it was a baby doll. I'm just saying, no more baby dolls for me.
I probably have some more.
I don't know what to say because I was complaining, but then this one sold almost immediately, so it's real hard. Anyways, it was I think it's Zap Creations.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know how to pronounce that for sure.
That's a good quality doll.
Yeah, it was kind of in rough shape too, with a real creepy giggle. But it I don't know, we decided maybe it was about $2 from the store, and it sold for 25 almost immediately.
Yeah, that was probably from that little thrift store in Rock Springs, right?
I
Yeah.
think it was, yeah. When you
Yeah.
got a whole bunch of a whole pile of them.
I have some more dollies for you.
I'm down one. I'm down a couple.
There you go. My next thing is a book. It's Welding Metallurgy. Metallurgy. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get that out. And it was a second edition. And it sold for $50. And it was either $1 or
free.
Or in the free bin.
That's really impressive. It was that much, and it was a second edition.
Yeah.
Just imagine if it was a first edition.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that would have made too much of a difference.
Probably would have.
The next thing that I have came from our local store, our local thrift store. I think it was probably about $3 to $4. But it was a Fountain Creek Productions. It was a pewter statue, and I think that's based out of somewhere in Colorado. I can't remember. I might put a link up to it because it's just kind of cool. It's a relatively small kind of art studio. I think this one might have been, I can't remember if it was vintage, but it was pretty old. But it was just a pewter duck statue. I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
with
its wings.
It was
spread.
really pretty.
It was pretty.
Very, very pretty. And it sold for $50. And I think that was actually pretty significantly off offer too when I was in my mood.
Oh my.
But I still felt pretty good about that.
Yeah. I have an Ariat men's brown leather western belt, size 38, and it went for $30, and I'm not sure how much they charge for belts, but we could say $3.
It's probably a pretty good guess with us. The next thing I have was a set of Imari ware. I think you could consider them dessert plates, but I think they're more for display. I don't really know for sure. They're really, really, really pretty, and I didn't actually really want to get rid of them very bad. Shoot. But I think they were probably about $1 a piece, and they sold for 25. It's not bad for 4 small plates.
No. Mm-mm. I have a Dymo label writer, 450 thermal printer, and I bought it for $5, and I was surprised it went for $99. Ooh. I didn't expect it to go that high.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Because it was little labels. It wasn't like we use every day.
It was like the ones that people put like on storage bins and stuff.
Well, yeah,
they're kind of raised,
or maybe on letters. I don't know. I don't know what it, but yeah, I don't know what it was really, but it was a thermal printer, so they were probably flat.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I should try to listen.
I don't listen.
What?
Yeah.
Next thing I have was a Nordic ware bunt pan. It was heart shaped. Probably someone buying it for Valentine's Day.
We need it.
I know. I think we got that at the nice little. Oh, you got to turn it.
I know. I can't turn it.
The store in Rock Springs that we like to go to. I think we probably paid $1 for it, and it sold for $20.
I have Prayers for Life Native Peyote Songs CD, and it went for $29.99, and I probably paid $1 for it.
Oh. Peyote songs, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Next on my list it was a set of 2 Wilton Columbia. They were pewter candlesticks, but they were kind of unique because they were the pewter and they had a wood, well, pewter, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And those sold, a set of 2 sold for $35 and probably paid about $2 for them.
Yeah, I don't remember where we even got them.
I honestly don't either. Odds are good they were here in town, but odds are good they were somewhere else.
Yeah.
One or the other, or neither.
I got a vintage Moroccan leather bucket bag. It was handmade, hand tooled. Wesley had to do a few little repairs on it, but it was a cute old bucket bag, and it went for $32, and it probably was $5.
You're a cute old bucket bag.
Oh gosh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Some kind of a bag.
A cute.
I don't think I'm a rockin' bag, though.
Of course you are.
Baggy bag.
Grow up. Let's see. Lost where I was. Next one I have was a Port O'Call, Pasadena. It was a shell-shaped trinket dish. I think it had hand-painted, like cobalt-colored, like little floral designs on it.
Was it made out of shell?
No, it was porcelain.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was vintage. Pretty old. I don't remember how old. And it sold for $16, and I think we probably got that for $1 to $2.
Next I have a Lost Horizons wool floral fleece lined beanie hat and handmade mittens or matching mittens. And they went for $42, and they probably were, I don't know, anywhere from between $2 to $6. Because I didn't ask.
You didn't ask.
I just take whatever they're gonna. I'm like, okay.
All right. The next thing I have was a vintage needlepoint snowman stocking. And it was really cute. It was probably $1, and it sold for $17.
Yeah, those
the needlepoint ones. Yeah. It as soon as it was up, it was getting views well after Christmas. I listed it well after Christmas.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine how much quicker it would have sold before Christmas, right before.
I don't like to sell shoes, especially because they seem to really sit around for me. Maybe I just don't know what the good ones are. But these are a pair of DC sneakers, DC Court Volk. I don't know what that means. They were black and white, I think, or I don't know. Anyway, they were $35. They went for $35, and I probably paid $5 for them. So
those skater shoes are having a resurgence.
Yeah,
seems like. Unless I'm wrong.
No, a lot of the clothing and shoes and stuff from the 2000s.
From my day.
Yeah, back in the good old days.
My next one is one I definitely wanted to keep, but I was very, very brave. It's the one that came from that antique and Uncle Junk's.
Oh yeah, I wanted that too.
Yeah,
it's a wonder I didn't push you over and steal it like
like everything else.
Like my bag.
It was a vintage redware black cat figurine.
Super duper cute.
And it was off of, I believe it was a $2 shelf, because I remember being really excited and very impressed, because that's one of the first shelves I saw.
Yeah.
And I went into the store prepared to be super disappointed about the prices, because it was an antique store. But yeah, I think $2, if not very close to that, and it sold for $20. And kind of wish I had listed it much higher.
Yeah. I have a Stephen Barry women's tan corduroy jacket blazer, and it went for $25, and I probably paid $5 for it, at the most $3 to $5. Yeah.
My next one is one of my favorite ones, my favorite finds. because it was the thrift store that was closing down. We happened to just
Oh yeah.
get there the day it was closing down and everything was free. And I
Can't beat
found,
free.
yeah, it was a vintage 1987 Zenith 9-inch TV. And I grabbed it thinking it was a hunk of junk and not realizing that people were so interested in them for
Gamers.
retro gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so got that for free and it sold for 110. Shipping wasn't fun.
How much was it?
The shipping wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was like $24. I mean, from what I was expecting, it wasn't
Right.
bad.
Huh.
I was expecting to be losing money on shipping, number one, and I ended up actually refunding them a little bit for shipping because they ended up being overcharged. So,
Very good.
yeah.
All right. My last item is a Stratus Boats jacket, men's extra large, coat lined with a hood. Then it went for $55, and I probably paid $5 for it.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Kind
kind of an advertising type of a deal.
I love
I've never heard of.
advertising type of deals.
Yeah,
Seems like everyone else does too.
yeah.
And my very last item was just featured in our last video. We just picked it up in Casper for $25.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was the Le Creuset Dutch oven.
You went blank.
I did because all of a sudden Dutch oven just didn't sound right. Like, that's not an oven. Yep.
Pot.
My mind just went absolutely blank.
Yeah.
Anyway.
it was brown.
Yeah, it was a brown, where they're cast iron pot with an enamel on them.
Mhm.
Is it enamel?
Yeah, I think so.
And we got it for $25 because the all-knowing over here knew.
Everybody likes those.
Yeah. And she was right. It was listed for maybe 24 hours and it sold for 115. So for 25, I'm happy with that.
Ka-ching.
Ka-ching. And the shipping on that didn't end up being as bad as I thought either.
Very nice. We like good
Yeah.
shipping.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah. That's just a few of our items that we picked out that we kind of thought was the most fun or interesting,
Yeah.
but all good items to be on the lookout for. Some of them are, of course, harder to be on the lookout for, but it's
Yeah.
always a good jumping off point.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us, and
Yes.
we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
I'm scared.
Oh, lovely.
I love them.
See? Ta-da!
America.
Eyebrows. Do you want me to?